Well, today I'm here with my good friend Donald Thom. We're up here at Payne River Lodge with Arctic Adventures. And of course, Donald is, again, I was on the World Fly Fishing team with Donald. He's the only North American to win a silver medal, right? You won a silver medal there at the World Championships, and the highest, I think, outside of a European, the highest ranking ever achieved by a North American at a World Fly Fishing Championship.
Yeah, that's right.
So with that, I know he's got a lot of credentials. He's also the coach of the youth fly fishing team, and we're trying to get obviously youth into the fly fishing, etc., in that sport. So that's great because I'm going to need you today. It's early morning here. We've got the bays just filling up with water as the tide comes in, and that's when we head out. So we got breakfast at 5 a.m. Donald tells me today we're going to fish with nothing but his dry flies for these Arctic Char. So catching Arctic Char and dry fly, very unique. Stay tuned. Today's going to be a good one. We're going to be fishing, again, Arctic Char on dry flies with Donald Thom up here, again, with Arctic Adventures at Payne River Lodge. So look forward to a great show today.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that big dome. Hey.
I think it's the technique. I think it's the fisherman.
Some days are good and some days are better.
A lot better.
Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you in part by Islander, builder of world-class fly, float, and mooching reels. The Frog Boat, inspired by nature, ingenious by design. And the Freshwater Fishery Society of British Columbia. Catch what you've been missing, go fish, BC.
So what do we expect today, Don?
Well, today, Dale, we're going to have a great time. We're going to try and catch some Arctic Char and dry flies. Now, what I have here, these are Atlantic salmon, bombers we call them, and they float very high in the water, and we're going to try and catch the char with this. And this is quite a challenge because all the char rivers that I'm familiar with, the char are very difficult to catch, particularly on a dry fly. But here I've developed a technique where I tease the fish up by skittering it, and then I get the fish charging at it, and then as they come up behind it, I just let it go back a little bit, a dead drift just for a foot or two, and they'll stick their head right out of the water and grab it. It's really exciting because it's a visual thing, and as you said earlier, it's nothing better than, you know, dry fly fishing for any species. But Arctic Char is very special because they're such a strong fish, and the water's so gin clear so you can see them right there come up in these silver bullets.
That sounds fantastic. Well, he gave me a sampling. We were out yesterday, and he did tie his dry fly on just for a bit. He said, we're going to do this after, but we were learning these other techniques, and he said, but I'll show you what happens. And darned if he doesn't get a fish exactly what he described. So today, he said, that's all we're going to do, right? We're going to fish those dry flies pretty much all day doing that. So I just really look forward to it. He's down deep. Yeah, it's a nice fish. Oh. There you go. Ooh.
Joe's getting an assist on that one, Dale. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. Joe's got the assist. Good job, buddy. Good job. So what we're gonna try here, we've had, Donald's caught some on dry flies here, and what he has is a great big a dry fly attractor pattern that he's skittering across the top of the water, kind of a riffle hitch, and the fish come up behind it. There's a big bow wake, you see, then he lays off and the fish will come up and take the dry fly. And you can also, sometimes it's harder for them to see, especially bright sunny day like we have here, to see that great big dry fly on the surface skittering. So you can put on, I've got a big polar bear bucktail, which they'll take right off the surface. A lot of times we'll just lift it, let it skate right on the surface, and the char will take it just like a dry fly. But for the true dry fly, I can actually attract the fish, and again, there's no problem seeing them big bow wakes behind. Donald can throw his dry fly in there, and often they'll take it. So we're gonna try a little tag teaming here and see if we can't get one on the dry.
Cast back and pull it across so you're making a big V. Try not to let it sink. Yeah, you'll have to cast out more lining.
Okay. Oh, was he on your fly?
He took my dry fly.
He tried the dry fly.
I was looking
by
at
itself. You were looking at
I was looking at you and he grabbed the dry.
Oh, right off the surface. Oh. I was just dangling it there.
Get out of your way.
A ferocious take. Boy, I tell you, that's tough in this current too, trying to get him back in. You can see I got lots of heat.
I'm trying to drop it back to him. Here he is again.
Oh, he took it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He took it. Beautiful, Don. Oh, nicely done, Don. Right off, this total dry. He did exactly his technique. He skittered it up there, got the fish to follow, fed it to him, and he ate it. I'm just gonna get this guy. He's a good fish too. He's a nice fish. Okay, we'll take him over this side of the boat if you know. Nice fish. Took that right off the top. Oh, there he's out. Beautiful. That's the way you like to see him come off. Nice silver char. And he took mine right off the surface too. Okay, that's good, Joe. Woof. Beautiful. That's the kind of double headers you like to have, Donald, both off the surface. He looks like a good fish too, Don.
Yeah, he is. I'll try and bring him up here, Joe. And you stay behind him.
Is that a, what kind of dry fly did you have on there, Don?
It's just a little bomber with white wings, deer hair body, and brown hackle. Really good for Atlantic salmon.
Another Atlantic salmon fly.
Apparently very good for char too.
Yeah, obviously.
I'll bring him up above you and then I'll lift him up if I can. Oh, he's a good fish.
Oh, that's a nice fish, Don, on the dry. Whoa, that looks like he's like close to 10 pounds. That's a beauty. You want to hold that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, nice char, Don.
Is he off already?
Yeah, he's a...
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
That's like a 10-pound fish. Well done, Donald. Right on the dry, just like you had said. It's nice when you can describe the technique totally, as Donald did, and then he executes 5 minutes later. We'll keep you on camera a lot of times. If you keep doing that, maybe you could show us dial with char later.
Oh yeah, we'll do. I got a player. Oh, he missed it.
So I saw when they take it, Donald, you wait for them to turn, like I see you take it down, and then you don't kind of set instantly. Is that because you wait for them
I got a player here.
to turn? Oh, he's got.
Well, I'm trying to drop it back to them, because they'll take it, they'll chase it, they won't take it if it's pulling it, although that one grabbed it when I was
Yeah,
pulling
he grabbed it
But
on the total.
Usually they just follow it, and then I have to just let it drop back to them, and then they grab
Oh,
it.
he's on it. Did you see him go for it? He's right behind it, Donald. He tried to take it on the drop back. Oh, he... Two different fish.
Yeah, he came to,
One's trying to
There must
take
be a
mine and one's
school of
trying to
them.
take yours. Oh, there's mine.
you hooked yours,
Yeah,
eh?
he took it.
Mine, he's just looking at it, he won't take it on the drop back.
That's neat.
Yep, I got that one. Did you see
There
that?
we go. Double it on the dry again.
Right behind the boat.
Oh, we got a crisscross going here. Both off the surface. Again.
That was really great. This one, he
We
just
had our-
right up 5 feet from the boat, no, 10 feet from the boat, he took it.
And we had our flies right beside each other, both skittering on the surface, and ba-boom, ba-boom, different fish. Man, you got to try this. This is great, eh? Now you're putting some heat on that. Yeah, people make fun of my little fighting stance. You do the same thing, Donald, down and the little squat. Another nice fish, man. Catching these all day on dry flies is... It's got to be your Atlantic salmon experience doing that, eh? Like
Yeah.
you use the same techniques. And
Okay, Joe, he's ready.
Yes, nice
well, I don't
fish.
know if he's ready, but I'm going to try it.
Donald's ready. But... Oh, and you can see that dry fly just sticking out of his beak. Good job.
Well done.
Boy, he's got it right in the top too, Don, right in the snouter.
Hey, man, doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't get better than that. Well, like I said, you described to us how you can get them on dries, and I was a little bit reluctant to believe you that char would take a dry fly, because I used to live in the territories, and
Yeah.
of course, we never even thought to try it really, but they're really bait, you know, they eat bait fish, right? So
Yeah.
you just wouldn't think you could do it. Look at that, right in the snout.
Thanks.
Look at that big fluffy dry fly. That's a nice fish too. Good fish, man. Okay.
I know, I got him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
waited 2 seconds to strike. I changed, put a different color fly on right away.
And he ate it.
Yeah. I'll do the same thing. Joe, I'll get him up. He's got a different idea.
Another good fish, Don. Oh, and that dry fly's in the same spot. See, now that's where I'm gonna put one on now. And the way you hesitate
Yeah.
is perfect on that. So anyway, nice fish. Like I've really noticed that with your technique, when they takes the dry fly, a lot of times we're very quick as trout fishermen.
Yeah.
We kind of tend to, as soon as we see that,
Yeah.
I'm always thinking like you're missing him. Like I was
Oh, I
saying, he's
know, you
taking
were
it
telling
now.
me, he's
I was
taking it.
taking it, and you
I know.
and you wait, and then you.
Yeah.
So that's from your Atlantic salmon, like because I'd heard
Yeah.
you have to wait for them to turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got really a lot of patience on that, because when you
Takes-
see that fish suck that down,
No, it
it's-
takes nerves of steel, eh? I've taken so many people Atlantic salmon fishing and they just pull the fly right
pull
out
the
of their
fly.
mouth.
That's what's going to happen to me. I could see
Yeah.
that already. That I'm going to be pulling it away.
Point one hand over the other and say, don't pull. Don't lift.
Don't lift.
I think the char are having as much fun as we are, Dale,
Really? I don't know if their lips feel the same way.
because It's just they're remembering when they were babies in the river and they're chasing these flies, right?
So that's where the ingraining, kind of like the steelhead on the skenesis, the bulkly and stuff, they're dry fly. Here we go. Here we are, and he takes it right off the surface. Unbelievable. You can't even get that fly in, Donald.
I'll bring him up here. Wait, I'm going to bring him up. You ready?
Oh, that's another beauty. Another beautiful fish, Don. He's whacking them on dries. That's another big fish.
Yeah, they're big fish today here.
Well, now I'm going to become the student. You can call me Grasshopper. I'm going to try my little, tie one of your patterns and see if I can. You'll be yelling at me for being too quick. I can see that coming.
So right in the corner of his mouth? Yeah. So they grabbed it, he turned with it, eh?
Yeah. Okay, so Donald was just going to give me a lesson on how to do it. I cast this big bomber out there. It started this big swing across, and darn if that char just didn't come up and nail it instantly. Never even got a chance for my lesson.
You're a good student.
I'm a good student.
You learn fast.
I think the char have had something to do with it as far as cooperation goes. Geez, they're nice fish too. Look at that, eh? Look at that. You can see that dry fly right in his corner. Now I did get the hook set properly there, Donald, because there was no need to hesitate. Boy, I'm cranked right down on him too. Oh, I'll try to swing him in, Joe, once I'm over here, then I'll just try to turn him back. Oh, he's got other right. There he goes.
Well done.
Oh. Right in the corner. What a beautiful fish. Yeah, and he's right in the corner, Don. Right in that bomber, right in the corner of his mouth.
Oh, he just folded a bit and then he stopped.
Oh, there's mine. Oh, he took it. All right. And there was like 2 or 3 came for that, right? I saw bow wakes on all sides, and the guy grabbed that. Nice. Thank you, Joe. Wow, it's almost not fair, eh, Donald, with that?
No, that's dangerous and illegal to use a fly like that.
Dry line and the streamer fly. Polar bear bucktail, it's just, we're using it to try to draw the fish attractive, and we're putting our big fluffy dry flies on, get them all cranked up. But the tinsel and stuff and that, they just can't resist it. Sometimes we can't get it out of there. It's like, what do you call that? The little chum, remember what they do down at some of the places where you throw out the little decoy? It's like our decoy, but maybe I'll have to fish it without hooks on it. Nice looking fish. Oh, he's off. Oh, he took it.
No, he let go. He never had it.
You missed it?
I don't know, I guess so. He just snapped it. Well, this is Randy's tail with a long, long tail and no hook. Oh, he's there, still
he's
there.
on it. He's on it.
He can't believe he just got feathers in his mouth.
He dapped it. Track mine in there too. There he goes. He's got it.
Oh, he let go. He just pulled the tail again. There's no hook in the tail of this one.
Yeah, those trailer hooks, that's what's good with these. I'll skid this one in less.
He's still here.
Oh, is he? Still on you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on it. Okay, Donald, maybe this time. Whoosh. He's got it this time. Very nice. Well done. Good job, Donald. Another one in the bag. Caught 5 feet from the boat on the skittered little Randy Taylor special.
Yeah.
Well, a great day on the water, Donald. Again, we've gone out there. The wind's come up a little bit this afternoon, so we've come in, but a spectacular first part of the day. We're out there at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I think it's about 4 o'clock now. Anyway, we did Arctic Char on dry flies all day today. As Donald promised us, we has big bomber flies he uses for Atlantic salmon. We use something similar for steelhead, but smaller. And he took me out there, said, I guarantee you're gonna catch some Arctic Char and dry flies today, and boy did we ever. We pounded them. We had a phenomenal action. And again, your technique, Donald, very similar to Atlantic salmon, right?
Well, the only difference is Atlantic salmon, we'd fish it dead drift, but as you saw today, we were skittering it, and then we'd stop, and then they'd take it. But typically, they won't take it dead drift, so it's just that little difference that triggers something and makes them go for it.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you certainly knew the right technique. He got us right in the pocket, taught me how to do it, and like I say, I got my first, can certainly say my first Arctic Char on dry flies today. So we just had a great day. Again, we're looking forward to tomorrow. Now that I know the technique, it's hard to fish any other way for them now. So if you ever want to catch Arctic Char on a dry fly, this is the place to do it. Again, we're at the Paine River with Arctic Adventures up here in Nunavik in northern Quebec. So if you want to catch them, give them a call. It's just phenomenal action. Can't stress it enough to see Arctic Char take dry flies. So take care, preserve our waters, and we'll see you next week when we take you sport fishing on the fly.
To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one shown, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.